A light sea breeze kisses your cheek and carries away the smell of blood wafting up from the deck. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
Don't stand between a prince and his principles. The Magisters learned that the hard way.
I'll be damned if I ever set foot on that island again. Don't care who I have to bury.
A hard-fought freedom, sure. But if spilling blood is bad, it shouldn't be so agreeable.
Bad luck to let the dead linger aboard. As soon as we get moving, we ought to clear the deck.
I've no sympathy for those who die in the line of duty. Especially as odious a duty as those dead Magisters held.
What were they thinking, standing against an Eternal? I almost pity the poor, ignorant beasts. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
Well, this is a fine sight. Utterly barbaric, of course, destroying a tree and turning it into a boat. A floating nest, surrounded on all sides by salt water, pure poison to a tree's root. The great acorn could never reach us out here. Well, yes, of course we'll continue on. Still, I must admit, you were right about the shield. It proved to be... No! Yes, it seems our shield is still... How does something so large and ungainly sneak up on a person? You give the giants too much credit, Quercus. I think it has certainly been useful, but elegant, kind, surprising. No, we have no time for your fawning.
Claude. So close to escaping.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken, after all.
You know their names, Melanie. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Ah, very glad indeed.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive. Apparently, you didn't hit hard enough.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive. Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken worthy of ascending. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice.
Farewell, Mattis. You did the Seekers proud.
Void Slayer, Worm Killer, Godwoken. You have many names. Keep loose.
Ah, there you are. High time to stop gallivanting and off we go.
There you are. I was just dying to hear them. Meister Siva is one of a rare breed. She'd do anything in the name of a cause, and her cause happens to be you. She's desperate to meet a living Godwoken. She'll be exceedingly pleased we're en route. We'd better not leave her waiting. She's a bit particular. A place called Driftwood hosts to putrid fish, putrid dwarves, and Meister Siva herself. You'll probably find it quite comfortable. She's the founder of these Seekers, and she's powerful. That means something when I say it. Your kind can reach astounding heights. Meister Siva can help you do just that.
You made it, Godwoken. Good.
I remember this one. His name was Kerben. His friend's sword couldn't save
Pray
him.
that they may
It
find
appeared.
rest. Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive. The ship won't sail. We had orders to search every corner of it and figure out what's blocking us. It's hewn from elven livewood. I thought I could communicate with it, but
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the...
that was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned, like he was made of parchment.
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again, her head held at a despondent angle.
Thank you. We were held captive together on this ship. He kept my spirit, nothing. The ship is livewood, that much is clear. But I couldn't communicate with it. Just remember what I said. Terse endeavors. Pray to you for my secret breath. Show us the path to salvation.
have to find a way to get this ship...
The silent monk leans forward slightly and
There must be something around here.
I was just getting used to it. Ready.
Let's team up, you and me. What do you say? Now, onward!
All that fighting will be worth less than nothing if we can't get this tub moving.
Melody says if we can...
I must say, you may not be an Eternal, but you are personally. I am just glad that I do not have to walk back to Reaper's Coast. Wind travel may be primitive, but it is at least efficient. Is there not enough reason to speed away? If you must know, there is an excavation site at the Black Pits on Reaper's Coast. The only treasure worth... I was investigating a site where several artifacts... Alas, I was not the only one there. They caught me when I... Still, it's good to be on the move again. Is that... I need to travel to the Black Pits oil field, near Reaper's Coast. Given how well you handled yourself in Fort Joy, I rather think you could be of use. So, how about it? I travel with... Very well.
There's got to be some clue. Dallas would have trusted someone with a secret, wouldn't she? Unless there's some...
Speak to me if you're looking for hired. So, what'll it be?
Can't you say anything else? Bloody Magisters.
Hey, don't I know you from... So, we've got quite the task on our hands, haven't we? I have to admit, the old band back together again, I guess that depends, doesn't it?
If it were up to me, you'd be swinging from the end of a rope, not locked
Look at me. Hard. What do you see?
Losa leans back slightly, thin arms crossed in front of her chest, and stares at you defiantly from dark eye sockets, darker and deeper set than when you first met. She blows back a lock of white hair.
But I'm not the same, am I? I want to make sure you understand, well, the risks. You'll do what you have to do, right? If I fail, if this thing takes... even if it means killing me. Do I ever? At the time, I wanted you to defend me. I didn't realize how bad things had got. Something like that happens again, you do what needs to be done. Deal? Either you'll do it or you won't. You have to choose. Well, or...
She pinches your cheek.
I knew I could count on you to murder... Let's go, Chief.
Magister Ranley, Corpus Mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Can't you say anything else?
We've braved the joy, and I lust for further...
You're not quite so... The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice its unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection. The wood groans and creaks. A face appears in the wood, tortured and tormented.
A six-sided indentation is carved on its forehead, as if a gem or amulet. The face vanishes. The thud of your fist upon the wood resonates deeper than you'd expected it to. It turns into...
No entry allowed through the stop.
Hey! You're here! There's got to be another way to get it going, but we can't find a way into Dallas's...
The door seems like any door, at least at first. The wood groans, the face vanishes. The door remains closed. The door is still unmarked, though the memory of the thud of your... The door is still the door remains...
I've spotted something.
Lady Vengeance.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander the bloody Divine himself.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead. Arms held above me head, feet barely able to touch the deck. Now my joints are paying the price. No, they had us down below, chained up in the dark. But the Reds were up to something in here. Maybe it was just the lack of food and rest playing tricks, but I swear I heard chanting and horrible moaning coming from here. But when we broke free, it was empty. Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold, and the other one ain't in much of a talking mood. All right then, just don't make me regret it.
Hope you find something useful.
A young Magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot. So stow your questions, lizard. Ranley, Corker's mate, Lady Vengeance. Ranley, Corker's mate, Lady Bloody Vengeance. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
The Magister pauses, takes a deep breath and...
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine
I ought to chain you up like your lot did to me.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence. Get away from him, sorcerer. That's the Divine. All right. Don't harm him. I'll be watching.
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only bruises swell beneath his eyes, and a shallow gash zigzags from his right ear down to his beardless cheek. Unconscious, he looks more boy than bishop. Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. They rise and fall in shallow, jagged swells. A beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary oiled rope. The gem sits heavily in your pouch.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
If it were up to me, you'd be swinging from the end of a rope, not locked up in here.
Magister
The Seeker
Ranley.
has removed one of her gauntlets.
You must be starved for company to linger around here, friend. Don't worry. The Seeker are a big bloody target on our backs. We took their leader and their flagship. The hammer won't stand for that.
The Seeker throws a top.
Hardly. She's just some deckhand. If it were up to me, I'd tie nothing. She just keeps spitting out her name and rank. Having her leader lying next to her must have you and half of Rivellon.
The door is still unmarked, though the memory of the face, the anguished face, appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you, and a shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door.
I am summoned. Speak the password. Yes, and yes.
You saw what I could not.
Enter at your...
Just one more moment, please.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap, and turns his full attention to you.
And there. Rescued at last, am I? To whom do I owe my thanks? I'm a prisoner, of course. Do you think I'd be sitting here calmly if I was a Magister holdout? That infernal Dallas woman left me trapped here, too weak to escape. It seems I'm in your debt. Despite what she did to me, I can't help but admire the woman a little. She's unwavering. She will break before she bends. If you cross paths with her, be sure to break her. I doubt you will get another chance. Dallas took a particular interest in me and my skills. I'm an expert in healing, crafting, and more arcane practices. She kept me here to do her bidding. Until you took her flagship from right under her nose, it seems. I've offered my services for gold in the past, yes. But my labors for Dallas were far from voluntary.
He extends his arm and pushes up the sleeve. Beneath, the skin is withered and discolored, as if it were magically decayed.
She used some form of domination device on me, forcing my hands to do her bidding, and I've ruined them in the process. Well, the situation is looking immeasurably better now. You'll hear no more complaints from me. So why don't you tell me all about my valiant rescuers? To whom do I owe my thanks? You undersell yourself. The roster of those who stood up to the Magisters and lived to tell the tale is a short one. I ought to continue what I'm doing here, unless there was anything else. Took it? No, I made it! Have you seen the kind of metalwork the Magisters deploy? This is in a different class to them. As I said, the Magisters left me weakened, but this will help give me the strength to carry on my work. Oh, cast spells, tinker with relics, meddle with the laws of nature. All the sorts of things power-hungry despots love to do. She had me enchanted dead cat over there, so it would seem alive.
He clicks the gauntlet into place around his
But that damn contraption that she used on me seems to fog my memory. The rest is... No! Necromancy is an unsavory practice, not something to be trifled with lightly. This is but a cunning illusion of my own creation, nothing more.
His face abruptly creases into a smile.
But come now. Enough of Dallas and dead cats. You've taken this ship and granted my free... I'm afraid I cannot tell you what I do not remember. Could you pass me that copper wire?
He takes the copper with a nod of gratitude. His sleeve slips back, above his elbow.
Perhaps my memory will come back with time. But for now, I'm afraid there's little more I can add. I'm doing my utmost to be civil to you, under rather trying circumstances. Why must you push me like this? I'm more than a sum of my parts, friend, indeed. But
If this one was enslaved by Dallas...
The Seekers are too trusting by...
I'm not perfect myself.
Let the creature live.
Something tells me that he'll only...
Anyone who faced enslavement deserves our sympathy, not our blades. Leave him.
He takes your hand in his gauntlet-clad fist and...
Call me Tarquin, and consider me at your service. I'm glad you decided to put that moment of doubt behind you. The last thing we need here is more unpleasantness. No! The Magisters left me weakened, but this will help give...
What on Revlon is this for?
A teleporter pyramid. Only one way to find out if it works. Try using it.
And you thought Rivellon was flat?
What's this? I found something. What's this? I found something.
Hurts, doesn't it? Into the dark with you. Hurts, doesn't it, with those guards or victims?
Both, I fear. Another pyramid.
I'm glad you decided to put that moment of doubt behind you. The last thing we need here is more... I'm glad you decided to put that moment of doubt behind you. I'm glad you decided to... I'm glad that your doubts have been put to rest, my undead. I see no cause for alarm. I'm not some uneducated... I'm glad you decided to...
For security reasons.
Pretty nice ship, eh?
I'm glad you decided to...
You saw what I could not. It's...
There you are. As soon as we convince this heap of wood, the ship's mute. We need to free her tongue. It's quite expedient magic, actually. The ship is made of live wood. It has the spirit, if that means only she can control it. Unless the Seekers, what's left of them at least, have been quite busy with the effort. One incinerated himself. I'm very lucky I'm helping them get now. If you could help them sort out the small matter of getting out of here, we can be on our way. I'm sure you...
May the fallen rest easy in the Hall of Echoes. Driftwood, of course. Little fishing village. Not very welcome. Meister Siever's there too. She held the Seekers together when we... Think of her as a teacher. The powers of the Seven stir in you. She'll reveal them to you. Show you how to manipulate them. I won't let the fallen be forgotten. I'd be no better than Dallas, no better than Alexander, if I just tossed their remains into the sea. To think that whelp spawned from greatness. He deserves no better fate than his silent monks. All this blood. Children ripped from families. Seekers ripped from me. He's down there now, guarded like some precious jewel, rather than leashed and flogged like the dog he is. Amazing to think those of us in the Order once assumed the gods were with him, and only him. That was before we found
other Godwoken. When Lucian died, we waited, and waited some more. Alexander never rose to divinity. Then we started to find more like him.
We weren't the only ones who noticed either. Not every Godwoken we found was alive, and so the Seekers were born. We found Godwoken, housed them, fed them. I loved them like family. I was naive. But let's leave the past in the past, and she's not. Well, not in the strictest sense. She's not exactly an elf either. Half demon, Meister Siva says, and I don't doubt it. I don't know how Siva came to know her, but Malady's a proper ally. She's not easy to like, but there are times...
Gareth fingers the hilt of his blade.
Keep Lucian...
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms over the bow, its fangs. At that moment, the ship serendipitously creaks beneath you, almost like a searing pain races up your arm. The ship senses you. It's angry. The pain intensifies. It's spreading past your arm.
Blessings to all.
Where would I hide something important if I was a Magister?
I'm glad you decided to put that...
Allies for hire. I've got sword fighters, mages, archers, all willing to fight by your side if the price is right.
This is written in ancient lizard script. It appears to be a song.
For security reasons.
No one's ever regretted having extra help in a fight. I'll guarantee you that.
There must be something around here.
Terse and Elias, pray to you for my Seeker brethren. Show us the path to salvation.